Look, the Fomorian underworld. I live there. You might have lived there too, if the Morians hadn't taken you away as a child. Ah, the sweet smell of sulfur mixed with rotting flesh. It never gets old. Mostly because there's new sulfur and rotting flesh every day. Once upon a time, we lived in Ireland along with the Tuatha. But we got a little too big for our britches. There was a war, and we got ourselves banished to this hellhole where we now eat my dad's limbs for fun. There he is! Dad, or King Zerion, if you're not one of his direct progeny. Though I guess we all are if you go back enough generations. Since you're half Fomorian, which I don't really want to think about the logistics of, since one of your parents was a giant cyclops and the other one was a human. But I digress. You're big and you're scary. So the King of the Celts decided to take you along on his mission to go see those arseholes, the Tuatha, over in Ireland. Whispers drift on the cool breeze as it wafts over the sea. Could it be that the one who will guide us to a new world is amongst us? Could this be the first verse of the legend of Mille Spain, the Waylander?
You're the first to rise, my king.
Always.
Is there anything you need?
No. I've been looking forward to this day my entire life. The moment I finally meet the Tuatha De Danann. The moment we finally blend our worlds into one.
As have I. Though you might have to stop me from putting my foot in my mouth. Meeting my gods, my heroes. It's a lot to take in.
You don't have to do any of the talking. Or convince them to treat you like an equal. That's my job.
For that, I am grateful.
Are the others awake?
That new soldier woke even before me. The others are beginning to stir.
What about my son?
Do you want the honest answer? Or,
He's fast asleep, isn't he?
He didn't go to bed until about 2 hours ago. I'm pretty certain he's still drunk.
Oh. I asked you to guard him. Watch over him.
I know, but...
Perhaps the prince should remain here on the ship during our negotiations today.
Then how will he learn?
Well, not from you, I suppose.
Ouch. Fair, but ouch.
How long have they been here?
The whole time. So, how do you feel about meeting the gods today?
While I admire your commitment to your duty, I'd encourage you to have opinions. Feelings are what set us apart from beasts.
I came up here in the first place to ask if your majesty wanted some breakfast.
Not just yet. Allow me a few more moments alone to enjoy the stars on the horizon before the sun washes them away.
But of course, my lord. Shall we? And now, thanks to my hard work, I'm the youngest leader of the Druids' College ever.
Yes, Amagin, we know you ship rainbows. Stop bragging to the new kid.
Well, not all of us have had thousands of years to perfect our craft.
You're right. Some of us learned to shut up before we turned 30.
Be nice, my dear. The sun hasn't even risen yet.
Yeah, because nighttime is when no one ever does or says anything naughty.
You're insufferable.
I love you too.
Sustenance has arrived.
Oh, thank goodness. I am positively famished.
You ate more than anyone else at dinner last night.
Yeah, I worked it all off.
Okay, egg time. Yum.
We have to wake up the prince eventually, but he's not going to be happy about it.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Don't look at me. Your Highness, Prince Lugade.
If he ruined my favorite cloak, I'm going to feed him to
Go easy on him, Amagin. Maybe he'll be better at holding the throne than holding his liquor.
At his age, I was already an established professor.
We already know you're a freak. No need to brag.
Yeah, bragging is my thing.
Everyone, we're here.
Our scouting boats have finished surveying the beach. We should be safe to land. But it's strange. There were no people to be seen.
They're not exactly people, Taliesin. They're gods.
I know. Our gods. But do they not walk on the ground? Do they not bend twigs when walking past trees?
What do you mean?
There's nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm done with this.
You fucking imbecile!
Father, why are we giving them presents? You're the king. They should be giving tribute to you.
We are emissaries of peace to a people more powerful than any of us can understand or even imagine. This is a privilege.
Well, I'm sick of privilege.
So are we.
Excuse me?
How's that hangover, Your Highness?
I can't believe you made me share a cabin with this.
Speak, child. What am I?
Enough!
I have done everything in my power, both as your king and as your father, to prepare you to carry the crown. You're an adult now, and your mother and I, we don't know what else we can do. When we return home to Galicia, I'm calling together the council. We need to decide if you're ever going to be suited for the throne.
But Father...
From now on, you will address me as Your Majesty. Stop gawking and get back to work.
When I'm hunting down prey, I use my sense of smell. I see if there's any blood in here. Once, when I was stalking a lion, I followed him into his den, convinced I was about to slay the largest beast of my heroic career. But he had a whole litter of cubs, and I just, I couldn't. They were so cute. The noble I was working for adopted the whole lion family. Now they live in luxury, all thanks to Heraklios. I too was a partier at his age. Oh, I have some sympathy. But I was much better at carrying heavy stuff and keeping my mouth shut.
I'm humiliated. How dare he? I am his son. Does that mean nothing to him? Why can't he accept that I'm trying my best? I'm still young. I still have time to grow into this. My father is an amazing king, but he wasn't perfect at my age. Why is he holding me up to such a high standard? He could rot in the underworld for all I care. It's never mattered what I wanted. It's my birthright. Or whatever. Mother never shuts up about it. I've always had to be the prince, whether I liked it or not. Now our majesty is throwing it in my face. Asshole.
I need some time alone to think. Center myself before I meet my gods. I must focus on what lies just ahead, instead of dreading conversations necessary when we return home. My wife is going to hate this. I didn't enjoy a single moment of that no. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I had to do it. Thank you. I'm not sure I did, but what's done is done. My wife Escotta and I, we were never able to have more children. Lugade is so precious to us. We've shown him as much love as we know how. And now this. If I can't be a good father, maybe at least I can be a good king.
Stay with me, my king. I need more Amagen. We can do better than this.
How dare you tell me what to do after embarrassing me in front of the Tuatha?
Oh, the Tuatha that just attacked us. Those Tuatha, huh? Yeah, I'm a wretched bitch for dimming their esteemed opinion off you. Can't believe myself.
Help! Help! Thank you. Now let's crush these bastards.
We're being surrounded by fear bollards. I don't know where they're coming from, but there are a lot of them, and it's not good. Help me organize the troops. This is chaos.
On it. You, help us. Oh, Father.
Oh, stop your blubbering. This is all your fault.
We can yell at the kid later. Save your energy.
Would you all please stop?
Father, he's still alive.
Not if you keep doing that.
We need to get the king back to the boats.
Agreed.
Here. You're not stable enough for me to remove the spearhead, but that should make things a bit more comfortable.
Nothing about this is comfortable.
Your Majesty, can you stand?
Here, I'll help you.
I've got you, Your Majesty. I'll carry you home.
I'm all right. I can stand. I just need to go slow. Keep them off me.
We can do that.
I'll meet you at the beach.
There! The boats!
Good work, Taliesin. I knew I could count on you.
Heraclios, take all of our people and get them to the boats.
You're the strategist. Do you think this is going well?
No. Wishful thinking.
Ha! We don't have time for that.
You're brave, Greek.
You too, kid. Let's get a drink when this is done.
The rest of you get on those boats.
I need to take care of something. If the legends are correct, there should be a cave on this beach that connects to the Mauryan otherworld. I need to seal it, so that whatever it is that's happening here doesn't come for my people next.
You can't do that kind of magic without me. Did you hear that?
I felt it.
We all did.
That must be
Lug, the wolf.
the lost king of the Tuatha.
More attractive than I'd imagined.
What is wrong with you?
The curse upon Ireland has been awakened. I am now reborn. I will not rest until I have dismembered and dined upon the entrails of every mortal creature who dares cross my path.
Tell your mother I love her.
The glowing hand seems to be a focus on his magic. We should focus on the glowing hand. We did it! Attack his head! The glowing hand seems to be a focus for his magic. We should focus on the glowing hand. We did it! Attack his head!
You're the king now, Lugade. Command your troops.
I don't know what I'm doing. My soldiers, my countrymen, onto the boats. We must leave this cursed place.
I love a good fight more than anything else in the world. But we're fucked and we need to go.
We'll distract the Tuatha. You're with us. We need to draw their attention and make it to that cave.
Good idea. That should keep them from getting too close to the king.
Something feels wrong. I can't think.
I know, but I need you to let us in. Through that cave. I was being an asshole before. We can't do this without you. Are you ready?
No, but let's go.
Let's go home.
Did they make it?
Seems so.
At least we didn't die in vain.
We're not going to die.
Save that cheeky optimism for the ritual, darling. It's gonna be rough. All right, Tally. We need...
Thought you could escape,
I'm counting on you. For King In!
but you were wrong.
No, Tally.
Your souls are ours for all eternity.
Naz, hurry!
Talayson's talk. Right, you. Don't stand there. Pick it up and put it on. Any change?
Not a one. Nothing I've tried seems to make any difference.
You'll get it. I know you will.
But what if you're wrong?
I'm a seer.
Did you see this? Any of this?
I did not.
Then stop invoking your title. You can't be the seer and fail to see things this monumental.
You're awake.
What?
You did it. You saved Mill.
I mean, of course I did it. This is what I do.
This is Barath. He's been taking care of you since well, a lot has happened since you've been...
I'm sure you have questions.
Well, you died.
Technically speaking.
True. You weren't exactly dead. There was something about you that... I don't quite know how to explain it. But I was able to keep you stable with my magic until we got you back here.
Lucky for you. The cave you found connected with the Morian Otherworld.
No, it didn't. Not initially. I made them connect. Magic is so helpful sometimes. It's a bit of a miracle. If Amagen and I hadn't been by your side, there's no way you would have survived. It took all our magical ability to keep you stable and bring you back here. It's likely that we're the two most talented wielders of magic alive right now.
And they're the most humble.
Am I wrong?
I didn't say that.
Humility is for the unexceptional. I am merely honest. We did manage to kill Lug with your help, and dozens of the other minor Tuatha. But the Three Kings, no. No, they're still out there.
You barely escaped with your lives. Killing them wasn't a possibility, and I'm shocked any of you made it back alive.
I'm not sure. None of what's happened makes any sense. Taliesin has, well, had, a bright destiny. He can't be dead. I'm not mourning, you sweet old fool. I'm saying he quite literally should not be dead. Destiny itself is corrupted now. Nothing is unfolding as it should. This is my home, in the Morian Otherworld.
She's been keeping you here since the incident.
Safest place in the world, complete with all of my magical artifacts and luxurious pillows for rest and recovery.
My home is not too far, so we've had access to my research as well. Another Morian.
Another old Morian?
It's true. I've been alive for a long time. Enough time to read just about every book that's ever been written. Learn most songs. Memorize most medicinal cures. I don't have the ability to use magic, but I have the next best thing. A decent brain. Haven't always used it to its full potential, but focusing on healing you was and is an honor.
My healing magic made it so we haven't had to feed you. But you're probably starving now.
Oh yes, you should eat. Start to regain your strength. I have some stew simmering in my home. I find the smell calming. I'll be back in just a few minutes with a bowl for you.
Good. I have a great fondness for broth, but I need to speak to you alone. Come find me in the throne room when you're ready for a nasty little chat. First off, you should absolutely be dead. Our talk saved you. It absorbed the brunt of Tuatha's attack. But now I can't see your past or your future. Honestly, it's given me such a headache. The present seems to be normal. When I use my sight, I can see you recovering on my bed. I can see you here. Now. But I don't know what you're about to do next. I can't picture you eating the soup Barath is about to bring you. There's just nothing. Not exactly, no. Not that I can recall. I've been wrong before. When something or someone powerful managed to alter the timeline. I did not see King Ith or Taliesin's deaths. Neither was meant to happen. But when you're dealing with gods, expect the unexpected, I suppose. We need to speak to Amagin. That's more within his domain as a druid.
Old family recipe. I hope you like turnip greens. How are you feeling? Ha! I'm sure. It isn't every day you wake up after a month of sleep brought on by an attack from the three most powerful beings in existence. Take it slow and eat something. So, what's the plan?
It's time to pay our old buddy Amagin a visit.
Oh, I knew that was coming, but I didn't want to say it.
Some things are inescapable, my dear.
No, I think I'll pass. I know I can't control my destiny, but I can at least avoid my past.
The Morian Otherworld. Home. Our dark home. I tend to spend very little time here, unless I'm in my own quarters. When you can see reality side by side, there's something comforting in expecting a sunset and a sunrise. No two look exactly the same. There's always a glimmer of a colour, a flash of light, the presence of a single wisp of a cloud to keep you grounded in the present moment. Down here, nothing changes. Well, not for the Morians, anyway. The Fomorians eat each other sometimes. Keeps things interesting. I think I should go talk to Brath. Travelling with you would be good for him. Hopefully I can help him see that. If I can convince Brath, I'll tell him to meet you in the Fomorian underworld, on the other side of the Gate of Exile. In the meantime, you should have a look around. Maybe give the Golden Market a visit. I knew you couldn't resist my persuasive charms for long. Are you certain that joining our cause is what you want?
Oh yes, of course.
Excellent. That calms my remaining nerves. I always trust you to walk the right path.
This is what I do.
We call our part of this realm the Otherworld, but Fomorians call this the Underworld. I can't say I blame them. It's not great. Like I told you before, the Fomorians once ruled Ireland, but then they partnered with Lug, became too dangerous, and were conquered by the Tuatha in order to preserve the safety of the rest of the world. They were banished here, and have been rotting in this hole ever since.
Hey, visitors! Fancy visitors. I like your dress.
And you are?
I'm Delba, youngest daughter of King Zerion, certified underworld tour guide.
You're a what now?
Tour guide for all the people who come here to learn about the Fomorian culture and way of life. Nope, you're my first ones. I'm so happy you're here. I promise to be very thorough.
Sure, thank you. How long have you been doing this?
Not too long at all, about 12 years. The angry druid guy, yeah, he's fighting with my dad again. I tried to give him a tour, and he told me to shut up.
What an asshole, right? Right?
The absolute worst.
Darling, I think we're gonna get along just fine.
Well, shit. Looks like the tiny druid guy pissed off my dad.
You mean Amagin?
Yes,
He is tiny, isn't he?
the tiniest.
I think you better take us to our friend.
I will not permit you to do this any longer. I am tortured enough without your insolence.
Well, if you insist on being that way, I'll have to cause you pain without asking next time.
Silence, you worm!
Look, not all druids can turn into animals. And if I did...
Seriously, Amagin, what are you doing?
Perfect! My other favorite person in the world.
I better be. Look!
You did it. You did it.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Or me?
Barath, how excellent to see you. It's been far too long.
I disagree.
Stop ignoring me! I will use your bones as toothpicks!
Hey, Dad! Look! Tourists!
Oh, those aren't tourists, Delba. That's the seer.
But she's not alone. This one here. Maybe they actually care about the plight of the Fomorians?
Do you want to know more about us? The Tuatha decided they had enough of my people. They slaughtered most of us and sent the rest of us to the underworld to writhe in pain and agony for the rest of our days. The Tuatha have always been evil. You're but the most recent to taste their wrath. It was the Tuatha who put us here in the first place. You've seen their fury. Would you invite it in? I thought not. Me? Rarely. I mostly allow my children and subjects to eat me. I regenerate faster than most, so I'm able to help the others subsist.
He's very altruistic.
I wish I could die. No, that had nothing to do with us. The Tuatha slaughtered all full-blooded Fomorians with magical abilities when they banished us here. Only half-bloods can wield magic now. Whatever you saw may have harnessed old curses left in our lands, but none of my people controlled it. That being said, it is not our magic, nor does it belong to the Tuatha. Magic knows no master. It is a conduit to a realm of wild and unstable energies. If anything, we are slaves to it. Good. My turn. Even trapped here, even blinded, I am one of the most powerful creatures on Earth. I sensed what the Tuatha said to you, what they did. Yours will be a life of power, I think. A few moments of helplessness will not hurt you. Interesting. You are detached from the timeline. They called you Inisfail. A name that does not belong to you. Now bound to you in chains. Poor mortal. Your destiny was stolen from you. In every way that matters. You died on that beach. You told them you were free? No. They are a slave. A hammer that will shatter history, wielded by an unseen hand.
Enough!
Powerful as ever, seer. And yet, when it comes to the Inisfail, you are as blind as me. You may go, if you keep me informed of developments in the situation. I will agree to the Druid's terms, and allow you to use the gateway from my realm back to his home.
What?
Is that how you travel down here so quickly?
I thought you knew my house was just above his head.
You've been torturing the poor man?
He's not a man, he's a Fomorian.
This is why I hate druids.
Do we have a deal?
Fine.
Oh, and one more thing. You must take my daughter Delba with you to the surface.
Holy shit! Yes!
Now, leave my sight!
And in the end, it all came down to information. What did I tell you, Am?
Today can go die in a fire.
Speaking of fire, how's that surface world of yours doing?
Oh, everything is terrible. Corruption has spread across multiple species now, and rumors are spreading that some humans have fallen into its grasp.
It seems that Urko and his pervasive aura of impending doom are to be permanent fixtures in this land. Lovely.
And on top of everything else, by the time Prince Lugade returned, someone else had already claimed the throne.
Who?
Tarlok.
Oh, fuck.
He had been one of King Ith's advisors, until he was unceremoniously fired for being a massive twat.
That's saying something.
It really is. Is Lugade not king?
No. Those still here in Caltia assumed that Ireland was a total loss and chose Tarlok before Lugade returned. Queen Ascota has been beside herself. She fled to the forests. Lugade's supporters have an encampment there now.
I suppose it's damage control on the surface, then.
If I help you, do you think more people will start to like the Fomorians?
It's quite likely that most people will run from you in terror.
That's okay, I'm used to it. The single eye thing freaks people out.
I do not understand how I got roped into this.
Too bad, Berry darling. It's surface time. Come, Torchbearer. We have a world to save.
Welcome home, my friend. Is the surface world the paradise you've been dreaming about?
I haven't been above in... It has to be almost a century now. It's colder than I remembered.
That tower has been lighting the way for as long as anyone can remember. Your father, Delbert, his throne is located directly underneath, connecting our two worlds, illuminating the way home.
Poetic way to describe imprisoning someone against their will.
Thank you.
That wasn't a...
But the king?
Those were definitely not here the last time I was on the surface.
No, those were new. Completely new. They're like nothing I've ever seen before, anywhere in time. Except... Amager. The look in their eyes. It was like...
Inisfail. I know.
You don't think... Apparently not.
This is a nightmare.
Good question. Any insights, Seer?
My best guess is that the underworld guarded us from this corruption. Yet I admit that's only a guess, darlings. I'm not certain.
It seems to be magic, but its power is beyond anything I have studied. And I have read every book in the Druids' College at least once.
Well, you both need to go back to class.
I generally find that deeply insulting, but alas, we're all out of our depth.
The situation does not seem promising.
There were controlled fires burning in the woods. Someone at least moderately capable of cognition must have lit them.
You know, I'm not normally pessimistic, but I do not find forces of nature like fires to be a calming fact right now.
Ah yes, ever the optimist. That's why you want to control all the elements yourself.
I have no interest in arguing the politics of magic theory with you.
Your very existence as a druid is inherently political.
Stop. Both of you.
Fine. We shall put that discussion on hold until we find at least a few other survivors. Magic works in mysterious ways. There are flows of time that no mortal or immortal was meant to ever understand, let alone tamper with.
You believe someone tampered with it?
It's difficult for me to accept this could have happened any other way. When we visited the Tuatha De Danann, something broke. Not just you. You know that you've been untethered from time. But the entire flow of eternity has shifted, like a river diverted.
The magic I draw upon from my spells feels different.
You are pulling from a stream that was never meant to exist, full of stones and roots instead of a soft bed.
Unhand me, you cretins, or be prepared for an unfair fight!
Heraclius!
Greetings! Come join me in my glory!
You're alive! And you seem...
He seems normal.
Normal might be a strong word.
Haha, true! I'm better than normal. I feel amazing. Ever since I returned from Ireland, there have been so many of these assholes ready for me to fight. It's been my dream come true.
I like this guy.
Who else survived?
A full boat of us, led by Prince Lugade. He was badly injured, but he led us through the crisis like a true king. I think he aged a decade that morning.
About time.
Get back to me about how you feel when you lose your title, your father, and just about everyone else you've ever known in one day.
I never knew my parents.
Stop squabbling like children! Heraclius, where is everyone?
Scattered, the Queen and Prince have been overthrown by one of King Ith's minor advisors, Tarlock.
That opportunistic piece of shit.
I remain loyal to the royal family. They're hiding in the woods along the coastline.
The fire.
Yes, Tarlock, the usurper, is scheduled to give a speech at the Palace at dawn. They sent me to observe.
Then we're coming with you.
We have so many questions for you.
An asshole?
I've disliked the man since I met him about 5 years ago. Narcissistic, cunning, well-liked, and not particularly intelligent. A dangerous combination. He helped run King Ith's court as an advisor, often communicating the king's intentions to the people.
Lugade is young and has a lot of learning to do. But he reminds me of myself at his age. I truly believe he could become a great ruler in time, if he's allowed to do so. His mother, Queen Escota, is a great politician. Plus, she's gorgeous, and now single.
Do you have any respect?
What? It's true!
Maybe I don't like this guy.
Not enough for me to work up a sweat.
They're people, Heraclius, not animals. They have loved ones.
Not anymore.
How many?
About half the population. I've been a mercenary for over a decade, and I've never seen a battle like that. We were thoroughly outmatched. It hurt my pride.
I wonder if my father heard us thumping around up here.
I would assume that he's a bit distracted by all your siblings nibbling on his limbs.
Good point!
What the fuck?
My father regenerates, so he lets us eat him for breakfast.
He has the bravery of Zeus.
Maybe convincing the humans that Fomorians should be allowed on the surface won't be as impossible as I thought.
We must go to the palace.
My people! My friends! Today marks the beginning of a new age of independence, of glory, of freedom. I know you are all excited. I am excited too. This is what we have deserved for generations. A nation of Celts, ruled by the Celts, for the Celts. Under my rule, you will be my priority. All others will be secondary. No more monsters. No more beasts. No more foreigners. And no more foreign queens. Did you really want a son of Egypt to sit on the throne? No. You need a Celt. That is why, from today, we begin a new dynasty, continued by my daughter, the Princess Tiana. Your king is dead. Long live the king! Silence! It appears that our festivities have attracted some unwelcome guests.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Father, you agreed that once you were king, you would not use any magic.
It worked, did it not?
That man is dead!
And the crowd is alive.
I cannot allow you to do this.
I don't need your permission, child.
Then you have lost my support.
You're giving up your chance to be a queen.
Do not be so certain. Come, Brig. We're done here.
Do you see what these outsiders make us do? They turn us against each other. Father against daughter. Druid against druid. We shall not let it stand. Destroy them!
That bastard! The crowd is gonna kill us. Imogen, get everyone out of here.
What? We're 6 people. Are you crazy?
Shut up and do it!
I'll try, but it'll take some time.
Hurry!
It's not that easy, you know. So close. Keep it together. Get ready! We're leaving!
Someone should tell Prince Lugade what Tarlok did.
I'll go with you. We need allies, even ones like him. Nazeja, where are you going?
Home.
You must be joking.
Annoyingly, Tarlok's daughter Tiana was right. Magic is corrupted. None of us should be using it on the surface.
That won't stop me.
Then be careful. But don't come running to me when hubris bites you in the ass.
I agree. Plus, it's harder to punch gods. They're wily.
Either way, darlings, we need to ally every race and hillfort against a common foe.
Only King Ith could have done that.
Agreed. And he will.
What?
Behold, the Miller Spanier, the immortal killer of gods, the blade of vengeance.
Everyone loved King Ith. If we paint you as our best chance against the gods that murdered him, this might work.
I don't understand what's happening, but I love it.
Right then. We need to get your name out there and spread the word across Kaltia. But how?
With a symbol of hope, of course.